Hi everyone, and welcome to today's episode of the Love and Light Show, where we bring you your special guest, Anik Malenfant, and I'm so excited for you guys to gain all of her wisdom and amazing guidance on how you guys can transform your passion into prosperity, just like she helped me and so many others do. And I'm so excited for her to give you so many cool tips and tricks on how you can do this without sacrificing yourself, do it with the most ease and grace and joy. And I'm so excited to be bringing all this to you guys today. So definitely let us know as you pop on live. Let us know that you're here. And if you're catching the replay, let us know as well. We love to connect with you and make this a conversation. So if you're familiar with the Love and Light Show, you already know what we're all about. But in case there's anyone new, every Monday at 12 Atlantic, 11 Eastern, we go live to bring you new coaches and healers and light workers that help support you on your healing journey, that make you see new modalities or ways of being, or have new insights or tips or tricks that help you move forward on your journey so that you can be living a life where you're happy and healthy and fulfilled, and where you're that light in your life. You're the light that's joyful and peaceful and blissful so that you can share that space with those who are around you. So your family and your friends, your community, your workplace, and we can just raise the vibration of the planet together. So I see more and more people are popping on live. Tracy says, hi ladies. Whitley says, hey girls. Thank you guys so much for joining us live. And I'm Laura McPhee. So I'm a happiness coach and healer, and I absolutely love empowering women to get to their dream happy lives. So I typically do that by working with people pleasers and perfectionists, caregivers and workaholics, so that they can help let go of all that stress and worry and pressure and burdens, all the things that have been holding them back, so that they can just release that and move forward into their dream happy life, where they're happy and healthy and fulfilled and abundant, just like we're all so deserving of. So thank you so much for joining us today, Anik. How are you doing today?
I'm wonderful. Thanks so much for having me on, Laura. It's so fun to see you really thriving, and just for me, it's like such a gift to be a part of this with you today.
Yes, thank you so much. And thank you all for joining us live. We're having more people show up. Hi, Christy. Hope you're having a great day. So definitely share this out. Share it to anyone who you know who is a light worker or a healer, someone who's looking to spread their light more in the world, or tag them in the comments below so that they can come back and watch the replay later, because we need to share this message into the world. More love and light needs to go out so that we can be in that higher vibration of peace and prosperity and joy on a regular basis. And hi, Anne-Marie, saying hi, Laura and Anik. Hello. So tell us about your story, Anik, for anyone who's unfamiliar with what you're doing and how you're showing up in the world.
Wonderful. Well, thank you. Well, my journey started quite a while back, but I'll give you the Coles Notes version. We'll keep it short and sweet, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
So I spent 15 years in the corporate world, and I was really excelling in that area, but I was lacking something very fundamental, which for me was satisfaction, fulfillment. There was although I was thriving, I had a great bank account, I had lots of shoes and purses, I was really, really missing out on the heart aspect and the conscious awareness that I was really seeking. And I kept living in this ongoing I'll be happy when syndrome.
Yeah.
It's so easy for us to fall into that process, because when I looked around at everyone else in my life, they were just, I'll be happy winning them as well. Mm-hmm. So it's almost like a normal thing for us to be okay, or to think that we need to settle for lack of satisfaction, you know, because I checked all the boxes. I had a really great looking resume. I had a really fancy looking business card. I had all of the things that I thought that I needed in life to be happy, but there was always something lacking at the surface. And it actually took me a really long time to even acknowledge and recognize that I was in lack, because I had so much abundance in so many different aspects of my life. So fast forward to about, I think it's 6 years ago now, I left the stock market, which is what I did. So when people say, well, you teach meditation, what do you know about stress and anxiety? And I was like, let me tell you, I know all about it. I've survived 7 stock market crashes. So wow. I know all about it. I used to manage multi-million-dollar accounts, and we were very, very successful, but there was just that piece that was missing. So what I saw happen, and I was almost a witness to it, because people say, why did you choose to do this? And I honestly have to say, it chose me. I fought it for a really long time. But now I'm so excited to be a part of the conscious business movement, because essentially I always knew this inside of me, like different sales technique and different business development, where you kind of felt like you were selling your soul to get sales. And for me, that felt always out of alignment with who I was and what I wanted. So I always had a very service-based model for how I really enjoyed building business. And I instill that in my own business coaching program that you're very familiar with, the Consciouspreneur Prosperity Program. So for me, the message that I am so inspired to share with the world is we are all here to offer gifts. Whether you're a holistic practitioner, or whether you're servicing somebody with a product or a service, or you're a nutritionist, or it really doesn't matter. You could be an author. There's a way for you to get your message out there that is not soul sacrificing.
Yes.
And I'm sure you can speak to this. It's like when you love what you do, we have such social beliefs and programs around work needing to be hard in order for us to be compensated. And so when we love what we do, a part of us almost feels a little guilty or bad for accepting money for it. So it's about really thriving in business, but doing it from a heart space, doing it from a spiritual space, and doing it with a conscious awareness.
Definitely.
So that's my message to the world. You can have your cake and eat it too. Otherwise, what is the point?
Exactly. So true. And more people are joining us. So hi, Nora. Thanks for joining. Hi, Tina. She's also part of the wonderful Consciouspreneur program.
Yes. What a shining light. Hi, Tina.
Hello. And Anne-Marie says, looking forward to the webinar. Oh yeah, I have a webinar tonight at 7. For anyone who wants to know more about how to live your happiest life, definitely let me know. In the comments, I've been making more posts about it, so let me know if you haven't registered for that yet.
Get your happy on, people.
Yes, for sure. So I definitely loved being a part of the Consciouspreneur program and learning theta healing from Nick. Like, she's been instrumental in me building my business here in New Brunswick, knowing how to kind of get my kind of face and name out there, going to the expos. You've been absolutely incredible for helping me like clear the limiting beliefs and fears, just like so many of us have around, like, as light workers, we don't want to take money for it because it's our gifts. It's what we naturally share with the people around us. And I definitely was in the old kind of paradigm of working hard, and it needs to be hard, like no pain, no gain, and like all these different things. And I'm so grateful for you to help me clear those and move through those and gain all the tools that help me to build my business, get a website up, go all the like behind the scenes knowledge. So how do you love to, like, the beginner people, for people who aren't familiar as I am, how do you love to get them started on their journey?
Well, the first thing that I really love to help them explore, and as you know, but we'll share it with the people listening in, is for me, what's really important about the Consciouspreneur program is it's not about filling seats. It's about having the right fit. And so every person that it comes into the Consciouspreneur program, actually, we sit down and we have a discovery call. And this is a no obligation. We sit down, we figure out where you're at, where you want to be, and how you get there. And so there's a lot of different resources that are available. I don't necessarily offer them all, but I do know a lot about what's around just because I've been in this industry for so long. So for me, it's always fun to find out what people are doing. And so that would be essentially step one, is identifying if it's the right fit for you, if what this program has to offer is what's going to get you to where you want to be. Because for me, that's really important. I don't want to just fill seats. I want you to like blossom like you have. For me, that's the real gift. And Anne-Marie agrees. Love listening to Anik. She has so much to give. Love you.
And Sharon. Hi, ladies. Hello, Sharon. Hope you're having a great day today. So how can people build it without sacrificing? How can they turn their passion really into prosperity without the negative aspect of hurting ourselves in the process?
Yeah, what an amazing question. And that is the money question, right? So the one thing I can tell you and I can share with you all for sure is the biggest obstacle you will ever face in business are your own fears.
Yeah.
And hands down. So essentially what we do is when you go into the Consciouspreneur program, it's a 12-week step by step program. We start you with your vision, mission, and purpose. We work you into your dream client, and we do everything that you would expect to do in a business coaching program, where you build your business plan, your marketing strategy, your inspirational posts, and you build your products, and you do all of the things that are in the business world. The way we do it that's different in the Consciouspreneur program is at the core of every task is a spiritual component, is a conscious component, is you and your blocks that you have around doing it. So every technical or every piece that you have that you might be procrastinating about or really struggling to get yourself on board with, you can have all of the greatest intentions in the world, but until you get on board on a subconscious level, you're going to fight with yourself. So with every piece of the program, we satisfy or we resolve that internal conflict that you have within you, so that developing those next steps are effortless. And a lot of the times that's what people are like, oh, building a business is really hard. It takes a lot of work. And not that that's untrue, but it makes it a lot harder on ourselves that we need to because we're ripping through our fear instead of just releasing it first and then moving forward. So it's kind of a little bit backwards than some of the other coaching programs that are available. Is I'm not going to make you push through your fear. I want you to keep staying in inspired action. But if you have a block, we want to talk about it. Like, I know I was supposed to do this week, but I didn't. And then I'll scan you in our group call that we have weekly and identify what are the exact limiting beliefs, fears, and programs that you have that's holding you back from keeping yourself accountable to yourself.
Yes, it's so true. More people are joining. Hi, Bonnie. Hi, Leslie. And Whitley's loving the topic, but she has to step up. Yeah, definitely catch the replay. Awesome. And I love that when I got on my clarity call with you, you were explaining how you just expand the comfort zone as we grow through it, so that we're not always in that like terror or procrastination or avoidance or whatever coping mechanism showing up for us, that we can actually enjoy it throughout the process. So we're like enjoying the process of expanding and building our business and not living in fear of, I know I had a thing of not wanting to reach out to my like mail list for the longest time because I didn't want to be seen by the 500 people that I had collected ballots from and all those different things.
Exactly. And it's so funny how with just a few little tweaks to those fears, you're able to like move past what you've been avoiding for a little while and actually do it on a regular basis and actually incorporate it into your style. And that's, I love that you brought that up because a lot of the times the Consciouspreneur, what it's not a 5-step program to getting rich quick. That is not, I'm not selling a specific sequence of things that you do to get X amount of clients. What is really at the core of the Consciouspreneur program is the reality that there are a million different ways that you can build your marketing strategy. And at the core of the program is identifying what are your core values, where are your strengths, what are your natural capacities, and what is what I call your success recipe that is built on your own true, genuine vibration of who you are, where you're going to align so effortlessly with your tribe. And that's really the core of the program. And then all the other pieces, whether you want to do Instagram or Facebook or YouTube or Vimeo or Pinterest or whatever, emails.
There's a million options.
There's a million options. So to help, like, holy mac, where you start is with you, and we work our way outwardly. And so for me, that's, and I know that you know this, but when you want to create real change, when you're healing yourself, you start within, and then the world around you changes. Well, the same thing is true about your business. If you want a successful business, you have to start at the core of who you are, what you're offering, what's important to you. And then everyone that aligns with that will show up more effortlessly.
Yeah, it's so true. And more people are coming on and agreeing. Jess says, how powerful. Good morning, Jess. And Angie says, hi, girls.
Hey, Ange.
So I'd love for us to get into the piece, especially since we have so many people who are live with us, about what fears are and how we can clear them, and how we were kind of going to do a bit of an exercise. So if people want to be engaged with you and take this like wonderful time to kind of actually explore what some of those fears are and how that process goes through.
I love that. Let's do that right now. So for whether you're listening live or whether you're listening to the recording, I'd love for you to pop in the comments, whatever you hear yourself contemplating. So if you could wake up tomorrow and experience your dream job or career or your dream business, never mind your rent that's due or your groceries that need to get paid or your responsibilities and all of the obligations that you have. If you could wake up tomorrow and you were the author of your own story, what would you write? And we'll give them a moment to do that, because it's really instrumental. This is something that we don't often do. We don't actually take a step back. We try to figure out the end game, but we don't actually sit back and ask ourselves, what do I actually want?
Right.
They're like, well, I want to make money and I want to pay my bills and I want to be able to take vacations. And that's the result. Yeah. But if you could, let's pretend you already have that, and no matter what you did, you could achieve those goals. What would that look like?
It's a powerful question to contemplate.
Yeah. So the first step to this particular program is what do you want? And then now that you maybe have had a chance to be like, I want this amazing life, tell me and share in the comments, what's really stopping you from having that right now?
Right.
And I don't want you to filter or analyze or reject any silly little thing that comes into your head, because that is your subconscious giving you some ideas as to why you don't think it's possible. Because I know this for a fact, and I'm sure everyone on this call has had this. You can have a really great intention and you can wait around for this thing to happen, but as soon as you make a decision, life happens. Everything that you need, and I know you're like the perfect person to talk about that. Everything that you need, as soon as you make a decision, everything that you need shows up for you very quickly, very effortlessly. But the distance between intention and decision is all of those limiting beliefs, fears, and programs that you have. Definitely. So in order for you to be able to move forward and build that amazing business, we need to get you out of contemplating the idea of and making the decision. Right. And when you're in a fear-based perspective, you don't make great decisions. You make great short-term decisions to avoid pain. And so you'll be like, well, it's not really what I want, but I want to do this because I'm afraid of all of this other bad stuff happening instead of all of this potential. And so it's about not reeling in so much, but being more, having a higher perspective on what fears are reasonable and which ones are just holding you back.
So true.
So I'm just kind of tapping into the group, and the first thing I'm hearing, the first download that I would love is to offer is having your dream job or career it's not possible. First thing that I'm hearing from tapping into the group. And what I do is I've kind of coined it quantum coaching. So I can tap into your subconscious beliefs. I've been trained to be able to read that energy, that vibration, and kind of express it in a way that people can understand. So it's not possible. It's going to take a long time. I'm going to have to sacrifice financially in order to get it. Or there's another one that's coming up. Hang on a second. I don't have the resources and what I have to offer. The people in my area aren't going to pay for it, which is actually, and I know that you've probably heard that one in the Consciouspreneur group as well, our limiting beliefs and perspectives around our market. Yeah. We make a decision that our clients aren't going to want us before we even give them the opportunity to.
Exactly.
So what I'd love to do with your permission is offer some general downloads. Now it's a little bit better when they're one-on-one because they're more geared to you individually. But when we do a general download, it actually helps you to gain some new perspective, and it might loosen up some of your stuff for you. So let's show you the highest truth around you being able to live your dream life, your dream career, and your dream business now. Let's show you the truth around that being possible for you. Would that be okay? So in order to receive this quantum alignment, you do need to say yes verbally to acknowledge your conscious agreement for a subconscious upgrade. Good. Would it be possible, would it be okay for us to show you just how many people would be open and willing and are ready to receive what you have to offer and compensate you appropriately so that you can have the life that you deserve? And then that's a feasible and possible thing for you right now. Would that be okay?
Yes.
And I'm hearing one of the biggest resistance people have is marketing and sales. So I'm just going to go ahead and see this for you guys. Would you like to know what it is, what it feels like, and how to recognize marketing as simply an offer of information and education, and be able to have that standpoint instead of this being this sleazy sales feeling that I'm picking up a lot of you guys have. So let's go ahead and just broaden your perspective of what marketing can be.
Yes.
And let's show you what it is and what it feels good to allow your clients to compensate you and to feel that they're contributing to their own goals by compensating you appropriately. Would that be okay?
Yes.
Good. So those are just a few of the few different topics that the big ticket items, so to speak, that we look at in the Consciouspreneur program. Those are the really big things. A, I don't know what I want. B, I don't know who I'm going to be able to help. C, I think I can help everybody. That's usually one of the things. I want to help everybody, because then you realize you have this tool and you want to share it with the world. And that's awesome. However, what happens is energetically you're spreading yourself thin, and then you're a weaker magnet for the people that will mostly benefit from you. Exactly. You will help everybody in the world, and you can help everybody in the world. But it's a better use of your time and energy to offer it to the people who are ready, willing, and able, and who are in alignment with your style, your service, your product, whatever it is. So people who are more in alignment, because there are people that will be more in alignment with what you have to offer than the other 7 billion people, right?
Yes, so true.
Yeah. So
everyone was saying yes. He was saying thank you. All kinds of engagement. And then we had people kind of sharing earlier. So I'll keep scrolling. Jess said, I want to travel and share knowledge. So that's wonderful.
Beautiful. Possible. Totally possible.
And Tracy said, I would love to have a healing sanctuary retreat that offers so many options of what we are able to help others with in their lives.
Yes, and I want to go there.
Yes. And then Kayla said, what's stopping me? Daily habits and stronger willpower and logic.
Yeah.
Good awareness.
And that's such a textbook. You want it, but then there's this other part of you. You have this internal conflict with yourself that you just can't stay accountable on a daily basis to yourself. Like, what is stopping you from making that change, from turning that key? And it's all your automatic subconscious behaviors.
So true.
Really fun with the Consciouspreneur model is every week you get a piece to work on, and then every week we follow up with you. Okay, so what were the blocks that you had? And we actually do a healing and tutorial. So then that way you have new pieces to work on each week. And then you have new fears, blocks, and limited belief cleared every week. So that's what I love about it is that consistency and that accountability. So you don't get stagnant in your own stuff, which is the whole point of having a coaching program, right?
Exactly. So you can go forward. I know I was stuck a lot of times, and I'm like, Nick, here's this big email of everything that's happening. Why is the outer universe doing this to me? And then being like, I'm co-creating this. How can I clear this? Like, I'm not co-creating this anymore.
Yeah. And now you've got a thriving business in 2 cities. So like, that's just it's so funny too, to the short amount of time that it took for you to create such an amazing life for yourself. And I know when you started, you were like, well, I'll just do this so I have that information in my hat. And as soon as you made a decision, everything that you needed showed up for you, which is really cool.
The universe is like, now. How about now? Right now. Not your like 5 to 10 years.
For your dream life. Let's do it now.
Yeah, it's like it shows up in unimaginable ways. So definitely encourage anyone who this is resonating with to definitely get in touch. And people are so appreciating it. Leslie says thank you. Just says thank you both. Nora says thank you. And thank you guys for showing up and being willing to hear this message and showing up more in your lives. Because if this is resonating, I totally believe that everything happens for a reason and that we're all kind of put in each other's paths to share knowledge and grow and to raise the vibration together. So how can people connect with you to learn more about the program, to connect with you once the show ends?
So the easiest way to really get a good feel for yourself, to see if what this program has to offer is in alignment with what your goals are, is just to book a free complimentary discovery call. We're going to sit down with zero obligation. I'm going to listen to you as to what your goals are, and I'm going to give you my honest interpretation of what your potential blocks are and how you might be able to resolve them, and if or not the program is the right fit for you to do that. So you'll definitely, I've had people do discovery calls with me and not sign up for my programs, but I keep getting messages from them. They're like, oh, thanks for all your help. And it's like, it was just a half-hour conversation on the phone. So you really have nothing to lose. I'm offering you 30 minutes of my time for free. So if you want to book your discovery call, I'll go ahead and pop that link and comment to this call. And what's kind of fun about the Consciouspreneur program, it's a 12-week process, so that's enough time for you to create new supportive habits to creating your dreams. We have weekly coaching calls. We have hours and hours of pre-recorded tutorials and video guides, meditations and healing libraries, workbooks, quick tips, cheat sheets. And then we have our private forum, which you'll find Laura in, where you can bounce ideas off not just myself, but other people that are consciously minded. So there's a real great community of support there for you as well, which is, I think, one of the funnest parts. So the best way to find out more is to just have a chat with me and see if it's the right fit for you.
Awesome. And I love that you'll put it in the comments because it's so convenient for people to just click.
I'm not sure if I can do it from here, but if not, I'll log in after and do it shortly.
Sounds great. So we still have about a minute left. If anyone has any other comments or questions for Nick, or do you have any last thoughts? People are saying thank you both so much. Leslie said, need to get my business where I can change for my other job. Yeah. Yes. And Angie
exactly.
says amazing.
And so a lot of the times, this is where people get stuck, is they don't know how to get from where they are to where they want to be. And they don't have the perspective yet of how to do that. I transitioned from the corporate world, from business development, very analytical, working on the stock market, to running a thriving, holistic business, and now coaching other people how to make that transition without going bankrupt. So I've been there. I get it. I can relate. There are likely no fears that you can share with me that I haven't had myself and overcome. So if you aren't sure, just give me a call, book a time on my calendar, and let's chat about what your dreams are so you can stop waiting for them and start living them.
Exactly. And Angie says, thank you so much. So thankful to have you both in my life. We love you too, Angie.
I'm so thankful to have you in my hood, Angie.
Yes. Wonderful. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I encourage you guys to continue making the Love and Light Show a weekly habit for you, to just raise your vibration, to connect with new people, to find new friends, new ways that you can raise your vibration and heal along your journey. So we'll be back next Monday at 12 Atlantic, 11 Eastern, and I'm sending you guys so much love and light. Have a wonderful week. Bye.
Bye, guys.